Hello, and welcome to this video on the Workplace Learning and Support Framework. My name is Dr. Karina Dancer, and in this video, I would like to share with you the final step, step 6, in the implementation process. And this is where we encourage you to celebrate success and share your success around any changes that you've made in workplace learning and support within your organization. So I do hope you find this information helpful, and I wish you all the best in your implementation plans. So step 6 is where we celebrate success. So this is really the culmination of all of the hard work that has gone on in steps 1 to 5. So we're going to go through a couple of ideas around why this is important and some ideas about how this could be done. So why is it important to share the success? We feel that encouraging organisations to share workplace learning and support initiatives, it does promote good practices, and it also helps in that fostering of a culture of learning, growth and engagement. We also feel that sharing the learning initiatives, it helps to disseminate valuable knowledge, and that could boost efficiency, productivity and also innovation. Promoting good practices fosters continuous improvement and allowing adaptation of existing practices based on successful strategies. We also feel by prioritising learning initiatives, it demonstrates a commitment to the employee that it is important for them to be developed, and that will enhance the engagement and retention of the workforce, which is something that I think we need to really have a strong focus on. And also by active sharing positions organisations as sector leaders, and that could also help attract talent and enhance reputation. So here are just a few ideas about how you could share success. So this could be through online platforms or intranet portals where employees can access information, resources and success stories related to workplace learning and support. There could be regular newsletters that highlight recent developments, success stories and upcoming learning opportunities within the organisation. Workshops, seminars or webinars to showcase best practices and allow allied health workers to share their experiences and insights. Peer learning networks or communities of practice where allied health workers can exchange knowledge and support each other in their learning journeys. Could encouraging leaders and managers to actively participate in workplace learning and support and share their experiences to set an example. Recognition programs that acknowledge and reward allied health workers who have made significant contributions to workplace learning and support practices. Creating channels for employees to provide feedback on existing initiatives and suggest improvements. Developing and sharing case studies that illustrate how workplace learning and support have positively impacted individual careers, people who access services and the organisation as a whole. Embedding a culture of continuous learning by aligning workplace learning and support with the organisation's core values and mission. Encouraging cross-disciplinary or organisational teams to collaborate on projects, fostering shared learning experiences. Including a section on workplace learning and support initiatives in the organisation's annual report to showcase commitment and progress. And also aligning learning activities with other industry partners and drivers, such as the professional association or registration bodies. So these are just a couple of initial examples. I'm sure that you will have some other examples as well. And it's important here to leverage on things that already exist so that it doesn't create an additional burden for people who are implementing this. To further support the implementation of the framework and the enhancement of workplace learning and support in your organisation, Appendix C has a number of links and a range of resources that you might want to have a look at. Just to highlight a few resources here, we have the 3 C's for effective supervision. So this is designed as a starting point for key areas to focus on in supervision, which is content, connections and continuing development. So there's a couple of podcasts there. There is also a YouTube channel that goes through each of those things, and there are free resources that can be downloaded, including supervision agreements, record templates, reflective processes and examples, group supervision ideas. So there's a number of free resources that you've got in that. There's also a knowledge bank for the National Clinical Supervision Competency Resource in Victoria, and this has describes a range of core competencies. So if the competency route is something that your organisation is interested in, it might be worth taking a look at those competencies around clinical supervision. There's a clinical supervision review tool and a National Clinical Supervision Competency Resource as well. You've got NHS Education for Scotland. There's a development framework there as well, and this has a developmental needs analysis tool that you might find helpful to reflect on your current job role and identify areas that you may benefit from further training, education and development. You've also got the career development frameworks, and the one that I'm most familiar with is the one for occupational therapy. So this one helps you to facilitate a discussion about where your professional growth is within your workplace, and some ideas for what you might want to do to move up the career levels. But there is a range of resources that would also do something similar to that. So we do encourage you to look beyond this framework to supplement, and there is a range of good resources out there. So as the final next steps, again, we encourage you to have a look at the framework, to work towards the learning and support improvements within your organisation, and start small. Start with something that you find manageable and that you feel is doable, and then maybe build up to some of those maybe larger improvements that you wish to see. It is important to incorporate regular review of workplace learning and support as well. So having this as something that is a regular occurrence within your organisation will just help to make sure that your offer is updated and is best supporting the current needs of the workforce and eventually the people who are accessing your services as well. So I hope that you found this introductory series helpful, and I really do wish you all the best in your implementation efforts. So thank you so much for your attention.